It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away at Wells Fargo Center, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. Fellas, it is always fun to watch Ben Simmons. The combination of size, speed, ball handling, passing. Shaq, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on.
He and the Greek Freak are a big part of this league's future. Having playmakers that size is a huge advantage.
I'm curious to watch his jump shot develop. Simmons is taking the point forward distinction to a whole nother level.
And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
What a fantastic look at the skyscrapers that make up the skyline here in the Cradle of Liberty. We're coming to you from Philadelphia. On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready to get this thing started and get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game. They've lost their last 3 games, and guys, they'd like that streak to end tonight here.
And what you love about rivalry games, doesn't matter where the teams are in the standings. This is about pride.
Well, as much as guys talk about it and try to downplay it, we know what's at stake here. Get into the game, and then your emotions take over.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. A bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. You can see it all over the league. Injuries, Brent, beginning to affect some teams, but it's hard to pay your stars and maintain a deep bench all under the salary cap. It's a very difficult dance to do.
This is why sitting next to you as a broadcaster is a really less stressful thing to do. Rather than be a general manager in the league. So hard to make.
But you could be a general manager in this league.
Maybe at some point, Kevin, but right now I'm enjoying this seat with you. And I'm wondering how it is that some of these teams can get creative with cap analytics guys and their strategy, how much they want to press forward given some of the restrictions of what you can do with your roster. But we know the more players you have that can step in and be ready, these deeper teams during the regular season usually pile up a few more wins than those that don't have that approach.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Wade and Richardson, the 2 wings. Whiteside is out there with Nurkic, and it's Lillard in at the point. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. In that one, it didn't happen.
And sometimes your poor shooting from the perimeter can dictate and should dictate that you go to the inside. Tonight, they didn't do it.
Now here's Embiid after Dwayne Wade's miss. And Wall kicks to Simmons. Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. In transition, here comes Miami, 13 feet away. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Simmons, and good, coming off the assist by Wall.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
I'm scratching my head a little bit about how the defense is trying to play this. No one there really contesting the shot.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Pass to Saric. The kick out to Wall. The Mavericks
And that was a game where you just sensed that they would get it going and somehow be able to come out with the victory, but just not in the cards on that night.
No, in the end, not even close to being in the cards. Maybe there was some hope for them early on, but by the fourth quarter, people filed out.
Here is Whiteside after the basket by Dario Saric. Miami no good on that time either.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better. These guys are like dentists right now. 4 out of 5 recommending a made shot. You're in a great groove.
And so here is Miami following the basket by John Wall. Whiteside finds Lillard. Wall with the steal. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance, and slam dunk by Saric.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Last time they met was in Miami.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answer.
This is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor.
Now, here's Lillard. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game.
Well, the play from Nurkic was as good as they come. Terrific job getting deep inside there and nailing the shot.
And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Lillard. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Whiteside.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Here's Embiid. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New York.
And he also controlled the backcourt as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Lillard against Wall.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Off the mark from 16 feet out. Richardson kicks to Lillard. Pass to Wade. Good ball movement here by Miami. From 12 feet out. And that one, good. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard. Well, this Heat organization has had such a great run of success under their owner, Mickey Arison, and what Pat Riley has done to pour the foundation of the culture around Miami. This is not a team that likes to throw away any chance to compete or any season for that matter.
Now, here's Richardson after Ben Simmons' miss. Clock at 6. Richardson dishes to Nurkic. And Embiid with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. The 76ers number 1, the Heat in second.
And these teams have both hung their hat on their defense, especially in the paint. We're looking at two of the premier shot blocking teams in our league.
The 76ers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. At the line number 2.
Two shots.
That's good from Simmons.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Heat trail by 6. And Lillard kicks to Wade. Lillard against Wall. Lillard with it. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, some of the best centers in the league understand every aspect of the offense and where shots are coming from, and Whiteside positioned himself well for that one.
Simmons on the wing. Over Richardson. On the money from 12 feet away. 8 points for Ben Simmons.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lillard looking around. He squares up and sinks it.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
And Wall kicks to Simmons. Over Richardson. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often. Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Saric passes to Wall. Here's Simmons. And he banks in the layup. Simmons got 10.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Timeout called, the Heat. Changes for Philadelphia. Mike Muscala is checked in for Embiid, and Robert Covington subbed in for J.J. Redick. And then for Miami, Harrell, he's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Seth Curry in for Richardson. Back to Wade, and stolen by Simmons. Here's Saric, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Hassan Whiteside. The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls from Saric. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Lillard outside. He kicks it to Wade. Covington with the steal. Left side, Wall. And it's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Wade against Covington. Kicks to Simmons. Shoots over Lillard.
Well, he typically carries such a heavy load on offense. Lillard shows the energy to get it done on defense as well.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A 2nd-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. 6-point lead. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Harrell. Oh, Whiteside in position, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just a great alley-oop there. Teammates connecting. Whiteside with the jam. The D wants no part of that.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hat. And that one drops. Wall's got his 2nd bucket tonight. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract break from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
Here's Simmons after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. No good from Simmons. The Heat trail by 4. And here's Wade. Right side up top. Lillard finds Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harrell. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Brent, Montrezl Harrell out of Louisville came into the league as an energy player, but he can score as we're seeing in bunches.
Well, I think with starters minutes, he might give you a few 20-point nights, but mostly his impact has been huge with energy and effort coming off the bench in constant motion around the rim, and a great finisher as well.
That's good from Harrell. The 76ers lead it. Outside, Wall. Simmons against Wade. And it's Simmons penetrating. And stolen by Whiteside. To the middle. There's Harrell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Harrell's got 5 points so far. The 76ers have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. There's the pass to Covington. A floater, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Brent, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lead itself and lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting in a training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your wind. And I wonder if there will be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training so that these little injuries are just not part of a season in the future.
And he can't hit the second.
A shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Wall with a block. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Saric. Yes, that goes in. Saric has got his third basket of the night.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Heat have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Think about just how much focus Lillard has every year about his drive to be one of the best guards in the league. Whether it's recognized or not by an all-star appearance really doesn't have an impact on how he approaches the game.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Muscala. Johnson comes in for Saric. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for John Wall. Johnson kicks to Harrell. 2 on the clock. Over McConnell. Rebound by Johnson.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Chandler's shot, good.
That's a shot that Wilson Chandler has made throughout his career.
The Heat trail by 3. Temple the pass to Lillard. A three-pointer off the mark.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
Chandler kicks to McConnell. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. For 3, Covington. It's hauled in by the Heat. Over in the corner, Lillard. Pass to Adebayo. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Heat with some changes. Richardson comes in for Garrett Temple. And Curry subbed in for Lillard. In the first. It's Adebayo, top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Richardson. Nice D from Chandler. Philadelphia leading by 3. Pass to McConnell. On the wing, Chandler. Over Richardson. Rebound by Harrell. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Heat. Out to the right wing. Here's Harrell. But he stays with it.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Covington finds Johnson. And here's McConnell. Embiid, the pass to McConnell. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the 76ers lead by 3. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The Heat have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Free throw good by Curry. And he makes both free throws. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. McConnell kicks to Johnson. 76ers moving the ball around. Embiid, the pass to Johnson. Over Harrell. Johnson's shot is off. Johnson surveying the floor. There's the pass to Richardson. To the paint, Curry. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, got a huge advantage.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Johnson and Richardson, they're the wings. Nurkic is out there with Adebayo, and it's Curry in at the point.
And head coach Eric Spoelstra always looking for different perspectives, looking to tweak and change certain things and constantly learning. That's a growth mindset. We hear him talk about that a lot, and it's something that he encourages not only his staff to do, but his players as well.
No good with the triple. 76ers trailing. Now here's Covington. 11 points for him in that last game against the Knicks in New York. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Johnson against Curry. Here's Nurkic. The shot from the low post is good. Nurkic has got 6 points. And Spoelstra assigns assistants to read books, attend clinics, and bring back reports. Always looking for new insights.
Yep, lots of paperwork on that Miami Heat coaching staff. They keep daily notes on everything from basketball to the big picture around the team. Stats, quotes, questions, all inspirational stuff. So anything they can draw a competitive advantage on or keep things positive, Spo's looking to do that.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Muscala finds Covington. McConnell with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Just 4 to shoot. Chandler inside the line. They get it again. And then Johnson with the dunk. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Johnson, the pass to Nurkic. Passes it to Richardson. Back to Nurkic. Over Chandler. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Richardson. 8 points for Nurkic.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Curry. Covington inside the line. He can't get that one.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Back to Curry. High post shot. Come on. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for the Heat.
It's been the guards who've dominated the ball, but really in a good way, creating opportunities for their teammates, and that's something they'll look to continue here down the stretch.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Chandler against Johnson. McConnell trying to get open as Johnson, and McConnell gets it to go. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Curry, 11 points last game. Inside, it's tipped. Here's Covington, and it's good off the glass. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
A good job by Wilson right there to recognize his teammate was open and just simply gave it up.
Now a timeout called by Miami. You love a good mid-range game. We don't see it that much, but I know you have a couple guys you think have a pretty strong mid-range game.
You know, Chris Paul still has dominated the mid-range. Kevin, it was interesting because him joining the Houston Rockets, who it's all about threes and layups. Daryl Morey, I think, recognized we need somebody that can come off the pick and roll and make those kind of plays happen, not only at the rim for Capella, but shoot it himself. So Chris Paul still dominates in the mid-range. Kawhi Leonard has shown some skills at the mid-range. Even though last year, obviously, just 9 games, he's still a dangerous weapon. It'll be interesting to see if that's still part of his arsenal for this season. And then C.J. McCollum has been one of the best mid-range scorers in the league for the Portland Trailblazers over the past couple of seasons.
Here's Wall, following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside, Simmons. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. Fires for 3. And it's Lillard missing. The 76ers leading by 3. It's Covington on the wing. To the paint. The kick out to Wall. The three-pointer, no good. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lillard misses.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Down low. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Whiteside. 4th in field goal percentage. 5th in rebounding. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
All taking his time here. 6 to shoot.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Temple dishes to Lillard. Back to Temple. He kicks it to Whiteside. Lillard against Wall. And it's Lillard again missing.
It's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots. Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Johnson. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the 76ers. Outside, Simmons. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Simmons got 14 points.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Wall with the steal. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
John Wall. Shooting 2.
2 shots. He misses the free throw.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
And the second free throw, good. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but that helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Temple. Misses the 3.
And Yeah, a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
And the variety that Simmons offers is huge. It's pretty much pick your poison with him.
Lillard on top, covered by Wall. Lillard, the pass to Adebayo. Here's Temple. And here are the 76ers now. 4-point game. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Saric checked in for Robert Covington. Then for the Heat, Nurkic checked in for Adebayo. Richardson comes in for Garrett Temple. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Johnson.
One shot, gentlemen.
On the free throw, no good.
And guys, you have to be able to knock down your free throws. Struggling with that this quarter. Good way to let your opponent back in the game.
And we know Dwayne does not take many shots from the outside, but he really knows how to pick his spots.
And here's Wall after Dwayne Wade hitting the 3. Richardson against. Oh,
man. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lost one of those high-arching bombs.
Wall finds Simmons. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide-open man for the clean look.
Philadelphia shooting in the second quarter right around 48%. Tries from 16, and Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 18 points.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, he's certainly able to shoot over the top of people. High percentage look right there from the mid-range.
Good.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Outside, Wall kicks it to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Lillard against Wall. From deep. Lillard misses. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 1:41 left here in the second. Here's Simmons. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And it's Lillard missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Wall's shot is good.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Got that one up quick. He's got 13.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Embiid. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the 76ers lead by 3. Pass to Wade. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. And no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Outside, Simmons. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The Heat trail by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wade surveying the D. Saric against Richardson. He feeds it to Whiteside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So it's almost as if Whiteside had a watch on and showed patience, waiting for the defense to come down and draw the foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And he knocks down the first one.
Big hands, long arms, huge frame of Whiteside. It just makes him a dominant shot blocker, a huge rim protector, and a very good rebounder.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. Now Wall. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Knicks in New York.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Amir, you guys really changed the energy level tonight. What has been the focus?
Just playing with a sense of urgency. You know, we made some mistakes last game, and we're playing much better this game. We got to clean up on a few mistakes and just playing with a sense of urgency.
Amir, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Welcome back, folks. A glorious view of the lights of downtown Philadelphia, America's most historic city. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Simmons and Saric are the forward pair. All out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Embiid in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Wall. After Dwayne Wade's miss, Wall passes to Simmons, and stolen by Richardson. The shot by Lillard, wide open, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Inside, and the dunk by Embiid.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Wade finds Whiteside. Embiid with the steal. Outside, Wall. And there's Here's the pass to Simmons. 2 points. That one goes. And now a 5-point 76ers lead.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Wade passes to Richardson. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Lillard against Wall. 4 on the shot clock. And Lillard kicks to Richardson. Miami no good on that time either. The 76ers leading by 5. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer. Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. The 19-foot shot. Nurkic with the steal. From deep, Richardson. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You take a look at the 76ers. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Miami, 2 spots down.
And right now for Miami, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hoped they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Hassan Whiteside, a max player for the Miami Heat, but I've heard some analysts say, Brent, that they question whether he's a Miami Heat type of player. Why is that?
Well, the Heat are built around a pretty much maniacal work ethic. There's a lot of grinders, and you look at Whiteside as a draft prospect. He worked out for the Heat and actually walked out midway through a workout, yet they stuck with him. They kept tabs on him, and they brought him in, and they've paid him handsomely to be out there and be impactful. That's got to be on a nightly basis.
And he sinks the second. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Passes it to Simmons. Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
It's stolen by Wade. Pass to Lillard. He kicks it to Richardson. Five to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. Wade for 3. Miami no good on that time either. Philadelphia leading by 4. And the wide open shot from Redick. A 3-pointer is right on target. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the Heat call time here.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchup.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside. And even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
chance to check out stats for Damian Lillard. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's around 18 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
Well, the team needed just a bit of momentum shifting back to their side. They're excited. Let's see if they can maintain that excitement long enough to get some damage done.
Here's Lillard after Ben Simmons' bucket. Back to Wade. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And even though Father Time Brent has taxed Wade on his athleticism quite a bit, you can still see glimpses of it when it matters most.
That seems to be the way of Wade right now, is waiting for the moments, the bigger moments, to step up and hit big shots or make the right play. He won't make plays as often as he once did throughout the course of a regular season game, but instills some confidence in his teammates on the floor come crunch time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
Both free throws good from Wade. Simmons with it. He's got 24. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. Certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. In 4th, the Heat. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
The effort has clearly been there for both teams on the backboards, and you can see it showing up in terms of points off those second chance opportunities.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. And Miami has possession. They trail by 6. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Here's Richardson. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Here's Lillard. Again, the miss by the Heat. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 6-point lead. Outside for Simmons. Saric in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Warriors, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
That free throw good from Wade. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The 76ers leading by 5. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Wall finds Simmons. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Wade. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 5th assist in this one. For Philadelphia, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
Yeah, and therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Muscala, he's checked in for Embiid. Johnson comes in for Saric. And Robert Covington subbed in for J.J. Redick. And a new group in for the Heat. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harrell comes in for Hassan Whiteside. Garrett Temple has checked in for Josh Richardson. And Curry subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Here's Temple following the basket by John Wall. Temple the pass to Lillard. Curry on the wing. Drops it in from 11 feet. The 76ers leading by 3. To the inside. Johnson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Johnson, no good on that one.
And that versatility that Johnson offers has a huge upside. He's mobile and strong enough that he can defend either front court position, and that's a great tool for any team to have.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
For Miami, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Lillard. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And Wall kicks to Covington. To Wall. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson, good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The Heat trail by 4. Curry finds Harrell. Here's Lillard. He's guarded by Johnson. And there's Lillard on the assist by Harrell. 20 points for Damian Lillard.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Simmons inside. That one falls. Simmons got 9 points here in the second half.
And not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. It's what he does best in pick and roll play.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
And not many players at that position, as explosive as he is in a close game, just rose up to the challenge.
The 76ers have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line. That one misses for Wall.
And Wall has said he wants to be in the MVP conversation moving forward. A terrific floor general with unreal athleticism.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Robert Covington. 2 shots.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here is Curry. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Adebayo passes to Lillard, and that one drops for him. Lillard's got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
What precision and focus from Simmons, just feeling no one can guard him down on the block.
Ball against Lillard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
One shot, gentlemen.
And it's Wall with the ball for Philadelphia. It's a 1-point game. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist from Wall. Wall's got 6 assists here tonight.
And when you don't respect Simmons' jumper, he'll hurt you with it. So smooth coming off his fingertip.
Now here's Harrell. He has 7. Feeds to Lillard. Outside Curry. Clock at 6. There's Harrell, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Harrell's got 9 points.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a nonstop parade to the foul line.
The 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Chandler comes in for Simmons, and it's T.J. McConnell in for John Wall. Then for the Heat, Nurkic checked in for Harrell. Richardson comes in for Garrett Temple. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Damian Lillard. Here's Curry. Wilson Chandler making his last shot. Now here's Curry. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And Wilson Chandler, during the NBA lockout back in 2011, Brent, decided to keep playing, but it was in China.
Yeah, his deal did not have an out clause, so that's how committed he was to getting himself laced up and on the court. And once the NBA lockout ended, he couldn't just come back and pick up where he left off. He had to stay in China, finish the season, and then return to the Nuggets.
And finished off by Nurkic.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
McConnell kicks to Covington. Johnson, the pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Johnson. Chandler against Richardson. Turn around Jay, and again it's Philadelphia.
His release is just so smooth from the mid-range.
The Heat trail by 3. Johnson outside. Nurkic in the post. He's guarded by Johnson. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
You could tell that Nurkic was looking to get the foul on that shot. And he got the job done.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second. The 76ers lead. Here's McConnell. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. The shot by Chandler wide open. That doesn't go either for Chandler. Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Richardson kicks to Curry. Nurkic dishes to Johnson. For the tie. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Johnson. Now here's McConnell, guarded by Curry. McConnell scanning the floor. Covington inside the line. Miami grabs the miss. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's the feed to Johnson. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. And Curry has it in the corner. Chandler against Richardson. Outside Curry for the lead. No good on that one. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
Well, Coach Spo instructing his guys, Greg, to just take great shots.
I mean, no reason to rush into a bad shot, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Heat, Johnson and Richardson, they're the wings. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Adebayo, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Now, here's McConnell. Chandler outside. Over Harrell. And the shot is long. The Heat shooting at 51%. Really solid. To the middle to take the lead. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And Richardson could be the total package. Phenomenal that time at knowing when to dish it.
Now the pass to Chandler. Over Richardson. Chandler, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Miami Heat. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's McConnell. And that one hits back iron.
Oh, just incredible that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
But they'll get another chance. Now Richardson. Back to Harrell. Over McConnell. Here's Adebayo. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Covington finds McConnell. Curry with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Heat lead by 4.
Yeah, good job with the anticipation, and then the quick hands results in points off the break.
Now, sometimes you calculate the risks, and he did it there, but couldn't have turned out any better.
And the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
Now, here's Chandler. He feeds it to Johnson. Shot clock at 2. Covington inside the line. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Passes it to Richardson to the inside. Harrell, that's good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
McConnell with it. The dish to Muscala. Kicks it to Covington. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Covington's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Curry. McConnell passes to Johnson. The game now all-time.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
Now here's Johnson. Inside, it's stolen by Muscala. Covington against Johnson to take the lead. Covington's shot is off. Heat have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Curry kicks to Richardson. High, arcing second shot, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And then for Miami, Whiteside's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Dwayne Wade comes in for Johnson. And Lillard subbed in for Seth Curry.
One shot.
Amazing how much James Johnson gets leaned on for what Miami wants to do offensively. Out of Wake Forest, a very versatile 6'8" forward, and plays a ton of positions for Eric Spoelstra.
No good from Simmons. Miami leading by 3. And here's Richardson. He dishes it to Lillard. 3-pointers off the mark. It just seems like James Johnson has some point forward in his game. What do you think, Brent?
I think that Eric Spoelstra has just championed that part of his game and trusts him to make the right decisions. And when your teammates have that kind of confidence in your playmaking ability, sometimes the opportunities for you to make the right pass, they grow.
On the wing, Dwayne Wade. And right on target. Good. Wade's got 9 points here in the second half.
That's a beautiful shot from Dwayne Wade. He's still got that jumper going.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here's Wade after Ben Simmons' bucket. Wade left side, shoots over Redick. Here's Whiteside. Second chance shot. Saric grabs the board. Stolen away. And Embiid with the block. And Lillard kicks to Adebayo. Here's Whiteside. And slammed in by Whiteside. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
Well, I would say that's as high percentage as you're going to get from Hassan Whiteside. He really takes off on those dunks.
Now here's Simmons. Outside, Redick. And stolen by Richardson. Dishes it to Wade. Over Redick. Wade can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Wall against Lillard. Out to Saric. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 8 now on the night.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
Right side, no good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now here's Wall. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Richardson finds Lillard. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Saric has got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle, Simmons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got 37.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Sweet little floater. Simmons got 39.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons. Trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Got a piece of it. And so Miami again turning it over. Nurkic checked in for Miami. Tyler Johnson comes in for Richardson. Here's Wall. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Heat trail by 6. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Philadelphia now. The 76ers leading by 6. Wall passes to Simmons. Over Wade. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Simmons got 43 points. Miami's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Nurkic dishes to Wade. And Lillard kicks to Wade. Lillard trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. And a wide open look for Simmons. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To end the run. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
Shooting 2.
Throw good, Damian Lillard. And Miami making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Free throws good from Lillard. Now here's Wall. To the inside. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Wall. Simmons got 45 points. And the Heat call time here. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
So far, he is just destroying their will. It feels like he can get any shot he wants once he crosses half court.
For our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up, and that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here's Wade, banked in off the glass.
That's just better offense from Dwayne Wade, trumping the defense.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Wall. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Mind the lanes.
And that one falls for John Wall. Here's Lillard. .156 left in the game. Whiteside right through the D for the layup. Whiteside's got 4 this quarter.
Well, some poise shown from the big man when Whiteside maintains that kind of focus. It's a big help to the coaching staff to carry out their game plan.
Wall with the bounce pass. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Miami, trailing by 10. He kicks to Wade. A fadeaway. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
Everything falling for Wade right now. It's got to be in his team's best interest to keep finding him.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Embiid in the corner. Outside, Wall. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Lillard. Wall's shot is off. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. It's Richardson on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. Richardson kicks to Nurkic. T. Wade on the wing. Over Redick. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Wade.
Well, Dwayne Wade's such a calming influence, but huge amounts of trust in these moments.
Wall draws the double. Redick against Wade. Here's Wall. Connects in the foul on jumper. And the 76ers lead by 8.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
I can imagine a lot of things right now, but a comeback, that's not one of them.
Timeout called the Heat. They trail by 8. There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. You're in a rhythm offensively.
So the 76ers win it. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with John. Congrats on the win. What was your offensive approach tonight?
Just having confidence. My teammates want me to shoot in, and I didn't get carried away with it. That's the one thing. I played the right way and got open shots, but also tried to find my teammates.
You've done a lot of work on your jumper, and it showed tonight, John. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Bye.